Hello, today I'm going to go through with you the 2024 Year 1 End of Year Exam Practice Paper for the map reading part. Please listen carefully and feel free to pause the video as and when you need to stop and take down some notes. Okay, question 1A. State the 4-figure grid reference of the factory. So, if you look at the legend, legend here for factory, right, it's stated as FCTY. So we look for it on the map. FCTY is here. Okay, and then we look at the grid square. Right, the grid square. So over here, this would be the 4-figure, right? We read downwards first and then towards the left. So down will be 0, 6. Okay, 0, 6. And to the left, we have 6, 7. So 0, 6, 6, 7. That is the 4-figure grid reference of the factory. Alright, next. Part B, state the 6-figure grid reference of the church in New Hope. So let's look on the map. New Hope, this is the town of New Hope. The church is represented by this symbol. It's like cross sign. Okay, so for 6-figure grid reference, we will need to divide the box into 10 equal parts. So over here, between 0, 0 and 0, 1, we divide in 10 equal parts. The same for between 6, 8 to 6, 9. Okay, then we count. So the church is here. We look at the middle, right? So we count 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 0, 0, 7. And then we count upwards 6, 8, 4. So the 6-figure grid reference of the church is 0, 0, 7, 6, 8, 4. Okay, for the third and sixth digit, we accept allowance of plus minus 1. Part C. Identify the feature found in grid square 008, 687. So over here we have 008. Right, 008 is this box here. 687. So we count upwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So over here we have this thing, PA. Okay, so for your answer you cannot write PA. You need to refer to the legend once again. PA stands for Postal Agency. So part C is Postal Agency. D. State the contour interval of this map. As you can see, contour interval, right, is the difference in height between two consecutive contours. So over here, right, you see these two contour lines. One is 40, one is 60. So the difference would be 20 meters. Right, 20 meters. So the contour interval will be 20 meters. Take note in the exam, if you have just written 20, you will not be awarded the mark. You need to write down the units, meters. Next, part E. State the direction of the school in New Hope from the school in Little Bay. So this is the school, Little Bay. From the question, they said from. Alright, from. So over here, we draw the north arrow. And where's the school in New Hope? Over here. Okay, so we draw a line upwards, right? And this will be in the which direction? Okay, north, west. Make sure to spell it out in full for the exam again. Do not just write NW. So the compass direction is northwest. Part F. There are two hills, X and Y. State which hill is taller. So you need to take a look here. X, right? X lies between 40 and 60. Okay, so it's maybe you can take it to be around just below 60 meters. But for Y is over here. Okay, Y lies between like 60 to 80 meters. Right, so definitely Y is taller. You have to actually interpret the contour lines correctly, right, in order to state which hill is taller. Part G. Calculate the straight line distance between the school and the factory. Show your working. So my ruler is out. Let me draw a straight line to connect the school, right, and the factory here in Old Hope. Next, I measure the distance using my ruler. Okay, I found that it's 7 cm. Okay, so 7 cm. Here, I will use the scale. Now, where is the scale? The scale is given at the bottom. Over here. So this means actually 1 cm on the map represents 0.5 km actual, right? Actual distance. So I just multiply 7 cm multiply by 0.5. The actual distance I get is 3.5 kilometers. Okay, if you get some other answers, you just need to round off to 2 decimal places. Okay, so you need to show your working, 1 mark for the skill and 1 mark for the final answer. So far here, this is the working. Part H, state the settlement pattern found in all the 5 towns. Alright, so there are 5 towns located here. What do you notice? Right, this is a town. Over here is also like a town, right? It kind of follows the road. So what do we call this? It's called linear. Okay, 1 mark for linear. And then the last part, part 2, suggest one reason for the development of the settlement pattern identified in 1. As you can see, right, all these settlement patterns, they kind of are developed along the road. So what's the reason? A simple reason could be locating along the roads makes it easier for people to go from one place to another, or to go from one town to another. So your answer needs to show understanding of why is it linear and why is it located along the roads. So this is it for the map reading question. It's really easy to score for map reading, and hope that you'll be able to do the same during the exam. I'll just leave the answer here for another few more seconds. That's it. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you have understood this question.